Hey folks, I'm going to welcome you back to the farm. We're up here in the studio today. It's really cold outside. We got a bunch of snow, so not a bunch of snow. We got a couple inches, but it's been really cold, and so I thought I'd do a little 2025 garden plans this year, or what we're going to do this year. Kind of my method of how I pick my stuff, and kind of some of the new stuff we're going to go over with. I got a bunch of seeds here. I mean, just seeds after seeds after seeds. And I could probably make this video 2 to 3 hours long once I get going, but I'll try to keep it within 10 minutes or so. Just a little housekeeping. We will not have a live this Monday night. Let's see, February 24, 2025. It's Allison's dad's birthday party, so we'll be at that, so there'll be no live. If I can talk in, well, we'll probably just wait and do one next week. So I'm gonna get started, and let's talk about how I pick my varieties. So we've been growing a garden here for 20 years, so I've got a lot of experience. But some stuff, you know, we haven't grown, and I have a book, or the county extension or the university puts out a list of stuff or varieties that they recommend growing in my area, and that's kind of what I go for. And I printed this out. It's online, and it's for several states. And like here's one for beans, and as you can see here, it's got all the different states on top. And so I'm in Tennessee. So I go down and I mark and I highlight the ones that are good for Tennessee. So you'll see the highlights. And then I go through and pick those, of course. Now, we've always had really good luck with Blue Lake bush beans. And they're on here, but they're not recommended for my area, but they grow really good. So I'm planting those again. And last year, you know, it says, and we experiment a lot. So last year I experimented with Bronco, and it's on the list. And I didn't like them too much. They were, when we canned them and cooked them later, you know, or I think she froze some, then we ate some, and they were kind of bland, didn't have the good flavor to them like a Blue Lake does. We just like a Blue Lake better, so we're not growing that no more. But they did do well. They did produce well. So this year I'm doing a little test plot of Caprice, and it's on the list too. And it's right here. And we'll try it and see how they do. So, but my main one's going to be Blue Lake and White Half Runners, beans, and that's going to be our two main crops. And you know, that's what I quit growing White Half Runners. Well, this will actually be the first year I've grown those back. We used to grow, that's the only bean we used to grow. To me, that kind of, something about the way they were bred or whatever, that got kind of tough and didn't have good flavor to me. So this is a new strain come out. It's called the Tennessee White Half Runner, and it's developed by the University of Tennessee. It's supposed to be good for our area. So we'll try it, we'll taste it and see how it does. That's the thing about the market. Most people want half white runners, and we say, well, we've got Blue Lake, they're better, and they don't believe us. So, I mean, you got to give the customer what he wants. So now we got half white runners. We'll be selling at the market. But some of the new stuff we're selling, growing beets, and I did a little test on that last year, and Red Ace, they did really good. Broccoli we're growing, cabbage we're growing, cauliflower. We're going to try some kale and some kohlrabi. And we'll see how all that goes. I've got all these seeds, and all those now I bought. I did go with what they recommended because I'm not experienced with kohlrabi or kale or really, you know, any of that stuff. Then carrots, they recommend a variety called Bolero. It's a new product we're going to grow and try to sell at the market. And Mokum, I've grown those. Both of those, I've grown them good. They came up really good last year, but you know, we had that drought, and it kind of, where I planted them at, couldn't water, and So that really stunning them. They didn't get very big, but they did come up and they was going really good. So we're gonna keep going. I got some more of them. Of course, cucumbers, and I did off last year start growing Speedway, which is on the list, and I grow, of course, Dasher 2's been our staple, and so that's one good thing. You know, I followed this. I did a little test last year, a pretty big test, and they did really good. Or did really good. So I'm growing them again, growing the Dasher 2 again. Calypso I'm growing. They've come out with a couple new varieties supposed to be really good for my area on the picklers, so we'll test those. I got a bunch of picklers and that we're going to try out. I mean, a bunch different ones. Eggplant, we're going to grow what we did last year, Night Shadow. We got a bunch of those seeds. I got a couple more varieties too we're going to try. Of course, garlic is already in the ground. I'm just going through this kind of in order. And lettuce, we're going to try some romaine and some iceberg lettuce. Melons, cantaloupe. So Thunderstruck, we grew exclusively last year, and it did really good for us. But it's not on the list because it's a new one. And the one that's on the list is an Avatar, so I'm going to do a little test on it. And there's another one on here. Here they are, Avatar Solstice. So it's supposed to be like a bigger size. So that's in Thunderstruck. Oh, and I'm also growing a Minnesota Midget, which is like a little personal cantaloupe. I'm just going to try those. Oh, where's my Thunderstruck? Okay, there it is. So I'm actually growing. Well, in a honeydew, we're going to grow honeydew again. So I'm growing 4 different kinds of cantaloupe, and we're growing some watermelons this year. We're going to try seedless watermelons, but I got some regular Moons and Stars, which is it's kind of a different looking watermelon, and a baby sugar bush, which is a smaller one, and a couple of regular sugar baby, which is pretty much our staple, seeded, and Temptation, I think, so are seedless. So okra, I'm going jade. Let's see, I'm just going to go kind of over some new pumpkins. We're going big on pumpkins. Doing a lot of peppers are going to be crazy this year. So, but what I do, I have make like a spreadsheet. And I write down the varieties like beans, Blue Lake, Tennessee Half Runner. Then I look for the price, and then I pick the cheapest price out of the seed suppliers I put up here. So I go through and I just, it's just a matter of, doing a little research and looking through the catalogs, and I write it all down. And like I got this year, I got what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pages of stuff that I've done, and this is the accumulation of my research on this side. Like cucumbers, I got like Speedway, Dasher 2, then the picklers, I got Quarantine, Calypso, Cool Breeze, Supermax. So that's some of that I'm trying, and then I just go through and find them I just go through and write them across the prices across here that correspond with Twillys, Holmes, Rupp's, Harrison, Seedway, and that's what I came up. I didn't buy anything from Harris or Seedway this year. Mostly from Twilly, Holmes, and Rupp seeds, which I really like Rupp seeds. I bought some from a new place called. Of course, I got some from Baker Creek. I got my Chateaus and a couple other peppers. Oh, Thresh. I bought some sorghum seeds from Thresh. That's a new company I've not tried. So I hope this kind of helps. And like tomatoes, my main tomatoes are Camaro, Celebrity Plus, and I don't see them over here. I hope they're over here. And I'm trying a bunch of experiments. I always experiment. Celebrity Plus is one. Marglobe, which is an heirloom. It grows really well here, so that's one of my main ones. And then Camaro. Let me see if I can find it. Mountain Gold's going to be my yellow this year, which is that's a new one for me. So Red Deuce I'm going to try as an experiment. Oh, here's my Camaro. So this is my four main ones that I'm going to be growing tomato wise. Camaro, and these are all slicers. Mountain Gold, which is a yellow slicer. A Marglobe, which is an heirloom, which grows really good, and Celebrity Plus. It's kind of it's an old variety. Marglobe is actually what all the hybrids I think are based off of. But some of the ones I'm going to test, I've got an early doll, which is I think a 48-day seed, or a 48-day tomato. So that's going to be a good one. Then I have Siberian, which is a 50-day. I got a Brandywine, which I'm going to sell. Red Pride I'm going to try. It's a test. Mortgage Lifters will sell. Now this is a new one too. This is called Hensley Settlement. And that's a place in Claiborne County where I'm from. It's supposed to be developed there. So it's just kind of something fun for me to do. Here's my paste tomatoes. This is a new variety. Red Deuce, which is a test. Rutgers is going to be plant cells. Cherokee Purple will be plant cells. Hillbilly will be plant cells. Homestead is supposed to be, I'm going to grow a couple of those in the high tunnel just to try them, but it's going to be plant cells. They're a heat set heirloom. And it's a new variety here that would just come out. It's called Wind Up. And I bought these on sale, so I'm going to try those, see what they do. And what is this? A mortgage lifter. So, just to give you a little idea, and I do that with just about every variety I got. Oh, some Primo Red. It's supposed to be really good for my area according to the UT, so we're going to try those. So, it's just like, everything I got here, I've got a bunch that I experiment. That's the fun part for me. This is all peppers. Of course, you know our main peppers are bell peppers, jalapenos. We sell a few hots, but this right here is just a Megatron, a couple of green. Of course, this is the yellow, the orange bell peppers I'm talking about. Purple, the chocolate color. So that's all in here, but there's a bunch of different ones I'm experimenting with. And you know, that's the fun of it. Yeah, here's a bunch of herbs I'm going to be experimenting with. Lettuce, here's my carrots. So that's kind of my philosophy and what all we're going to do new. Let's see. Like I said, we're going to try to do beets, broccoli, cabbage, carrots, sweet corn we're going. Yeah, I forgot about that. Sweet corn, which is a big chunk of our pay, or our money that we spend out. Doing a quick trip and a revision. So we'll see how it goes. Trying a bunch of different cucumbers, eggplant. Of course, Night Shadows, what did so good. I'm going to try a brand called Santana, which is a little different. We're going to try to do some kale, some kohlrabi, lettuce, cantaloupes, honeydews. The peppers, I'm growing a citrus flavored jalapeno, which is something new. I'm doing a Tabasco, the peppercino, a couple ones I ain't never heard of just to try. Of course, the watermelons I told you about. Cauliflower we're going to try to do. Celery we're going to try to do. I've got some celery seeds somewhere. I need to find those. Pumpkins are going big, radishes, zucchini, squash. I didn't even talk about all them, so I've got a bunch of those. And then the tomatoes. There, we're about to the end. So, I'll be starting, let's see, it's about the 22nd of February. About another week, we'll probably be, depending on the weather, I'm going to try to start some seeds. So, and then about middle of March, we'll do potatoes, carrots, beets, all that stuff will be out in the real garden. So, looking forward to it. So, I hope this will give you some idea of how you can plan, even if you just got a few things. I mean, just not got a big area, you know, experiment a little bit and see what goes good in your area, where you live. And if you live in my area and you need some advice, you can just send me an email. I might even send you my telephone number if you really need to talk to me. You can come to the live and ask questions, but I mean, it's not a big deal for me to help somebody. I enjoy doing it, so that's kind of the reasons I make these videos, to try to help people. I know they're probably more not helpful than they are helpful, but you know, we try. So I mean, I've got this whole table here full of seeds, and I'm ready to go. I've got them all separated for the first time. Like here's my peppers and my carrots. I've got them all tied together in categories, so, or banded together with a rubber band. And you know, one of the reasons that I had to buy so many seeds is I had to really start over. I usually, you know, I don't use all these seeds in one time, so I'll save them for next year. Well, I left them out in the greenhouse and it got so hot in there it killed the germination rate, so I had to buy all new seeds. I had to start from scratch, which is okay. You live and learn, right? Because last year was the first year we had the greenhouse, and I'm looking forward to getting started on that. So anyway, have any questions, you can leave a comment down below. You can send me an email. If you really need to talk to me, send me an email. Hey, I'll send you my telephone number, whatever. I'm here to help. And like I said, I could go over every seed packet here. And I'm already at, let's see where I'm at, 18 minutes. So I have to cut some of this down. So like I said, I could sit here for 2 hours and talk about every seed packet and what I'm looking forward to. But I'm ready to get going. I'm getting a little bit of spring fever. I'm ready to get started. So hope this was a help. Hey, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button. Support your local farmer. We'll see you down here in the farm next video.